Yo, and welcome to the homeless stream. This is for you fart enjoyers. Hope you like that one in HD. Alright, so I'm just gonna do boring stuff and see what people wanna bug me about in the chat. Got a bunch of receipts to scan. My fancy cell phone in a plastic bag because I have to keep the screen loose, because if I flex it too much, the battery gets all twitchy and starts rebooting itself. So I have to open it up, twist it a little bit, open it up, disconnect the battery for like 10 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reconnect it. The power button doesn't work. I ordered a replacement once, but that one was hard for some reason. I don't remember why. So I have to then plug it into something so it'll turn on. See how I don't just carry a phone around with me? A couple seconds, it boots up. It's got a nice streak up the screen. And hopefully it all works. All right. Take some photos of some receipts. Let's go. And my front-facing camera, it's all janky inside there, so you can't even see anything. All right. Scan some receipts. We got gas. We got 111,218 miles on the odometer. We got 241.6 miles. And I did not fill the tank up all the way. I only went to 8 gallons, so I don't know exactly how many. Probably low MPGs though, because there's a bunch of stuff in the trunk and I'm in the city. I drive like 1 mile at a time. So did just take a bunch of stuff, put it in storage. So that should give me a little bit better economy. This is part of the homeless data project. We got 7 years of receipts, the infamous Taco Bell. Man, do I hate eating Taco Bell. But I got busted in here cooking once, and I don't want to keep getting busted doing that too much. If it was for like a legit business reason, this is a co-working space, not a cheap apartment without a bedroom. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can use it like if I'm doing live streams and like practicing techniques or getting some new equipment or something. I just need to be able to justify it if someone walks in and is like, what are you doing? I can't be like, I'm doing my meal preps for the week. I gotta be like, I'm doing a live stream. And God hears everything and sees everything, so I just pretend that God's on a big surveillance camera and knows when I'm lying, which is never. I think there's times you can lie, like if you're escaping enemy troops or something. I think you can just be like, yo, the power of Christ compels you to let me through. I don't know. Never been in that situation. I got the chat up if anyone wants to say anything. And yeah, like 90% of messages are gonna, I don't delete messages, but when you time people out, their messages get deleted. So. I'm pretty sure some of the people who come in here, it's actually their job, like a private investigator. Or they want my wealth, because my assets are worth probably $9 million. That was a couple years ago. I don't have like a legit 240 valuation, but I use compatible methods. Basically looking at prices of similar companies that were acquired. So I think actual market price is probably over $9 million if I were to get all my stuff together. And yeah, I'm not just a regular old homeless guy. I'm a guy who, oh, just keep telling your story. Keep telling that story, man. Okay. But yeah, data's the new oil. It's been a while since you guys have heard that, huh? And I happen to be really good at working with fast data, shaving time off computations, all kinds of stuff. But I refuse to hate Trump. And if you don't hate Trump, then you're not one of them. I will not pretend to hate Trump. God sees the truth. I don't want to get caught up in that kind of game. I don't even hate snakes. I just understand snakes. At best, there's like a human soul trapped there who's just watching it. Gravids, welcome. You say, when did you first learn about gangstalking? Well, I don't know if I learned about it. I just like started noticing improbable things. And that's how I keep my sanity about gangstalking, is just think about it in terms of probabilities. Like, what's the probability of this happening? What's the probability of this happening? And what's the probability of this happening? What's the probability of all three things of these happening at the same time? It's 5:30 in the morning and I'm going 2 blocks. What's the probability of these three things happening at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday on these 2 blocks? You know? But I don't care because I'm protected. So see, nothing can happen to a person without God's permission. So it's a test or it's permitted for some reason, and I just gotta own it. And again, gang stalking, I've talked about many times. A gang can be as little as just neighborhood watch. It's not, oh my gosh, the CIA. It can be like, who is this bum who keeps parking in our neighborhood? We gotta figure this out. A bunch of people on Nextdoor are a gang. Like, I have no idea, like, who these people are, what they want with me. And it's not just probably one big gang either. It's probably many, many, many gangs. And narcissists are basically AI. They can only kill, they can only copy, they can't create. And so every gang is gonna have the exact same behaviors. And so you just see those patterns and you're like, okay, that's that. And while it is a good question, it's just, it fits the pattern of come in here, ask me things that can be clipped and make me look crazy. So you don't get a 24-hour timeout, but you get a 10-minute timeout to just think about it. And I hate that it deletes the messages. Oh, I guess I can view deleted message. You guys probably can't. And also a good chance the video is gonna start lagging, which it looks like maybe it's frozen already. So then people are gonna say, oh, there was no audio or video for most of the stream and blah, blah, blah. So tip me, help me get better equipment. I'm on a $200 laptop. Let me see if I can get the video working again. Well, we got that anyway. Steinmetz says, I just think being out in the open, like in a vehicle, makes our perception a bit more keen. So you're gonna, all right, you're timed out for 10 minutes. Because of the nature of what's being talked about and the, you know, oh, it's just this other thing, you know? Your observation isn't quite true, you know, you know, you're not wrong, but you're not timed out for a day either. This is 100% gut-based. I got a weird feeling, you're in timeout. It's my channel. Because you're making assumptions about what my day is like to begin with. Like, I can barely describe myself as living in a vehicle. You don't say living. But, you know, how much time am I spending in my car? So much that your perception is skewed and you just notice things and are hypersensitized. Enough. Like people who like, it's unwise to even make statements about things like that. But I do it. Like I said in my last video, I open myself up to a lot by coming on this channel. And one of my forms of compensation, since I'm not getting monetary compensation, is I can time people out who make me feel weird. I can set an example. Hey, you want to have a channel? But you feel like the first thing that happened when I time somebody out, oh, you're deleting messages. No, I time somebody out and that automatically deletes the message. So I know you're gonna have those feelings if you're starting a channel, like you wanna be fair, balanced, etc. That's what gets you targeted by these predators to begin with. I'm not talking gang stalking, just workplace bullying. That's what gets you targeted by these predators, is that you are empathetic and sensitive and know what other people are feeling. And so they're gonna come in and try to just do things to make you feel weird. And you just can't let it affect you. So you do have to adapt and do things like I would never delete a message. Like that's just not my MO. And you have to realize that most other people are pretty neutral until they start seeing, more workplace bullying. Like they see that this person will mistreat you. Well, if you stick up for them, what's gonna happen to you? They're gonna now mistreat you, and you don't want that. So most people who see it going on don't like it. And what was it, 1 in 7 people have even experienced bullying? So it's not even the majority of people who've experienced it. So you don't have a lot of people to connect with, a lot of examples to see. All right, well, I'm gonna bounce. Maybe I'll be back later.